Okay, hello everybody. It is Fireflower Tarot again. I'm just going to do a series of very short readings. And just keep doing that for about 30 minutes. See what Spirit has to tell me in that time. And I can get started with that. I'm just going to figure out what signs I'm doing for each one. Just for sun, moon, and rising. So the way I like to do this, wherever these land, will tell me who I'm reading for. So yellow is sun, gray is moon, and this red one is rising. And let's see what Spirit says. So this will be for Libra Sun, Sagittarius Moon, and Gemini Rising. So Libra Sun, Sagittarius Moon, Gemini Rising. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some cards. I'm just going to shuffle 3 times, do 3 cards, and one oracle card after. Top, bottom, middle. Okay, so for Libra Sun, Sagittarius Moon, Gemini Rising, what am I feeling from this? Let's see. Page of Cups. It's kind of, all the pages are more childish, immature energies. Page of Cups can sometimes mean somebody who is sensitive in one way or another, but it could also just mean somebody that's immature with their emotions. And the Page of Cups always has, I don't know if you can see it, this little, where's my hand? There's a little fishy inside of the cup. I know my camera's not focusing right now. Will it? Okay, there's a little fishy inside of the cup. I need to figure out what's going on with my camera, but in any case, kind of sometimes means somebody that maybe isn't taking emotions seriously and they're doing something fishy. And kind of the feeling I got off of this was somebody cheating and that causing a conflict with this 5 of Wands in reverse. I'm thinking reverse to me is either the opposite or the extreme, and here I felt the extreme, so like a very bad conflict from this immature emotional energy here. However, with the 3 of Pentacles, it gives me that where this is heading is that you're going to be able to work things out, but of course you have to take things seriously with the 3 of Pentacles. The Pentacles often mean material things and work, and you can see this little unicorn with a hammer in this picture. I hope it would focus. This dude's got a little hammer, so like he's ready to work on things to help the whole team. So I think someone messed up and there's a big conflict coming from this, and however I think it still can be worked through, but there has to be a focus on working together. And let's see, I'll do the fortune cookie oracle. Just going to shuffle twice for these. Okay, off the top. And I don't do reverses for oracles. It says love is in the air, a great time for commitment and taking relationships to the next level. Yeah, so something definitely bad happened between you and a partner, and I think that it is time to kind of pony up. Funny enough with the unicorn cards, but to kind of pony up and get it together and work through things seriously, especially the person that made this mistake. But maybe think why, out of that immature energy, that mistake was made, and reckon with yourself and focus on trying to diffuse this conflict and instead building together instead of tearing down, like that looks like here. But I think it can be done because that is how this looks like it's going, so that's good. Okay, let's do the next one now. Okay, so let's get the word out again. Who's next, Spirit? This is right in the middle, so there's somebody who is Aquarius Sun, and they're on the cusp between Scorpio and Libra for Moon, and Pisces rising. So let's just say Aquarius Sun, I'm sorry, this is not Scorpio, Virgo. So Aquarius Sun, Virgo or Libra Moon, and Pisces rising. So if you're either Aquarius Sun, Virgo Moon, Pisces rising, or Aquarius Sun, Libra Moon, Pisces rising, this next quick reading will be for you. Let's do this deck 3 times, and then I'm going to pick the cards. Top, bottom, middle. Okay, so Aquarius Sun, either Virgo or Libra Moon, and Pisces rising. This is the short reading for you. Let's see how I feel about this. We have 2 of Cups, 3 of Wands, 8 of Swords in reverse. Somebody is stuck in their mind, maybe, I don't want to say overthinking, of course there's like a tinge of that, but somebody's scared is what I feel from this 8 of Swords in reverse. So 8 of Swords upright means somebody that's kind of trapped in their mind from overthinking, maybe anxiety, but they're in some sort of mental mind trap that they're having difficulty getting out of. Even though if you can see the swords around the person in this picture are spaced out, they can get out, but they're missing some sort of information, or they have their eyes closed for whatever reason, such that they cannot see that they can easily escape this trap. Their mind is actually the real trap, but it's in reverse. So I get the feeling of somebody getting out of it, and that is because of the 3 of Wands, which signifies perspective. Could be thinking about aspects in the future, but kind of holding things generally in perspective. And then the theme of this has to do with the 2 of Cups, which is a strong bond with somebody. So this may or may not be romantic. I'm getting like a middle energy to that. So for some of you guys, it's going to be romantic, and for others, I'm getting like a family feeling to this. The message that I'm getting is like, you want to form or deepen your bond with somebody, your connection with somebody, maybe somebody you haven't been in contact with for a while. And this probably scares you, but you need to put things into perspective and don't be scared, and kind of just leave this, because this kind of trapped mental energy is not helping you. And if you look at these 2 on the left, it's just a beautiful image of moving forward for a loving energy, whether that's familial or romantic. But you need to just kind of take a deep breath. Don't be scared. Stand up and out of your mental barriers. And the way for you to do that is to think about the loving potential in this relationship and to hold things in perspective, whether things can go bad or good, but the worth in pursuing this or allowing this to come to you, to not be scared. You're going to be able to handle it, and something good will come out of it no matter what, even if that's just internally for you. Okay, Oracle card now. Let's do the nature one. Let's see here. I do not read oracles in reverse. Okay, so we have wind, and they put that wind symbolizes movement in this oracle card. I think that sums this up perfectly. You don't have to be stuck trying to decide what to do. I think you just need to gently, like the wind, move forward, and also feel free no matter the outcome, that it's not going to stagnate you, that you can keep moving forward from that. But I sense positivity coming from this, again, either externally, that you're going to have a good outcome forming this bond with somebody, either romantically or in a familial sense, or internally, that you will learn from the experience. And the most important thing in this is to centralize yourself, center yourself, thinking about all things in perspective. All right. Okay. So let's move on to the next reading. That one was beautiful. Okay. Who's the next one for? Ay, ay, ay. Okay, this is somebody who is both Sun and Moon Gemini and Taurus rising. So, Sun and Moon Gemini, Taurus rising. Okay. Is that even possible? Just a second. I am a tarot person, not an astrology person, although I am putting myself to learn more about it recently, but let me check something really quick just to be sure. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Sun and Moon Gemini, Taurus rising. What have we got for you? Let's do this one. Two. Bottom, middle. Okay, for Sun and Moon, double Gemini, and Taurus rising. Let's see, Page of Pentacles. This card set actually gives you sometimes descriptors of somebody this may look like. So it says Page of Pentacles, young woman to 25 years, student, male or female. Okay. Alright. Five of Cups, money losses. All is not lost. If you look behind, you may have something to salvage. And Four of Wands reverse, happy home, possible country setting, however it's in reversed. I don't know if I jive so much with the little meanings that they put under here, but this deck is new for me, so I thought might as well read them. But give me just a second to synthesize how I feel about this. Okay, I'm sorry to say, I hate giving I shouldn't say I hate giving negative readings. A reading is a reading. If it's positive, if it's negative, it's like life. We learn from both the peaks and the valleys. If we don't also appreciate being in a dark valley, we're not going to learn how to push through to get to the mountain peak. So, although sometimes it hurts to give bad news to people or to say something that may feel rough to help somebody be self-aware, it's part of life. It's like the yin and the yang. There's light, there is darkness, there is comfort, and there is pain sometimes, but it all helps us grow as souls. So, Page of Pentacles. Again, so pages are usually some type of immature energy. It could be a childish energy. It could be somebody that is new to something. And a Page of Pentacles, a lot of times I think of it as somebody starting off on a career journey. They're new to the materialistic side of life and they're looking to develop their wealth. However, especially with the context here with the other cards, the energy I'm getting from this Page of Pentacles is somebody that out of that newness and immaturity, and I'm not trying to say immaturity in like with a negative feeling to it. I'm trying to just say it as a matter of fact of like somebody not experienced in this or that. But it gives me the feeling of somebody that wasn't thinking long term when they're managing their material aspect, whether that is money or some other type of resource. They did not have good perspective or otherwise attention to detail on how to manage those resources, and so we get to Five of Cups, which is like a depression card, a being sullen because you have lost something, and being kind of stuck in that sadness with your cups spilled over the ground. So this is kind of like it's not a card that I'm feeling with forward momentum right now. It's a card that I'm feeling that you are kind of stuck in a puddle of regret related to this mishandling of some type of resource. And then the last card, Four of Wands reversed. So Four of Wands upright is like a community card, sometimes a celebration card. In a romantic sense, it means something like almost like it can be like a wedding card. Two people coming together to build a greater community or a family, like in a marriage, as you can kind of see with these two pillars and two people standing together under that with some wreaths and things around them. But with this in the reverse, so I'm feeling the opposite, of course, with this context. So a not coming together. It could even be a dissolution of a relationship, but it's a failed progression either way. So sometimes it's ambiguous, but I really get the sense that this is actually you. I apologize. Something, I may be bringing energies to this, so let me just clear that out. For some reason I felt that, but now I'm feeling a little bit back again. Somebody mishandled some type of material resource or money. Maybe it was towards a marriage. Maybe it was just towards what you guys need to live together. Maybe it was time. Somebody really mishandled time needed for some type of important, like actual gathering, some important union. Maybe it was somebody's anniversary. They just completely bungled it. And this caused a lot of grief. I get the sense like it was a chance to do things right. It was a chance that should have been used to acknowledge a lot of love, and instead it's like an accident, like the cups spill over. It's not an accident out of pure randomness, it's an accident out of not preparing things well and being willy-nilly about it. And that caused grief that split up what should have been a union that was coming together and becoming stronger. So I don't feel what the forward motion is from this. I just feel like that is the situation, but hopefully the oracle card will tell us. I'm going to do the fortune cookies again. Let me shuffle these twice. What is the outcome? I'm going to do 2 for this because I just feel a lot of energy from this. So I want to know the likely outcome. Remember, we have free will and we can do our best to handle the energies in our life. Sometimes it's a tidal wave and we just have to figure out how to not drown, and other times you're in a boat and you can kind of figure out if you could steer a little bit to the left or to the right, but there's a lot of stuff around us with our free will. Let's do 2. What is the likely outcome, and is there anything that you can do to help the situation for everyone involved, but probably primarily yourself, but for everybody involved. But also keep in mind you're living your life, so if you're watching this, you have to use this to help your journey, which should also be helping other people, but you also cannot control other people, so you have to figure out how to manage yourself best in this situation. I'm not trying to say what can you do to be selfish and get a selfish positive result for yourself. I'm saying what can you do to manage yourself in the tidal wave to be able to grow and move forward to the next story. And in any case, hopefully it is positive for everybody involved. Okay, so first one for the likely outcome says major life change. Time is right for major life changes, as a new lifestyle or location brings great joy and a trouble-free existence. I don't think this is coming back together. I'm very sorry. But did you hear how positive this sounded? Sometimes one door closes. You've heard this saying since you were a kid, probably. One door closes and another one opens. Just learn from this experience and embrace that a new chapter is happening. It's always sad when you finish a book. You know, it's like, oh, I finished it. I can't enjoy that anymore. However, you can learn from and reflect on that book and then move forward to a new one, not forgetting that, okay? But this is, something's going to change. Sorry. It's hard to go through. And then what you can do to just help the situation and help yourself move through this. So positive work outcomes. Consistent efforts will bring rewards, and a major purchase is worth making. Yeah, for those that this Page of Pentacles is them, this is telling, and I think that's why I got so caught on this being like, what can you do to help yourself move through this? Because I think this Page of Pentacles is a lot of you, and this is saying you have to put in a consistent effort. You cannot be willy-nilly about things. And for saying a major purchase is worth making, you focus on saving up when you need to. I'm not good at saving up either. I try to budget and I'm trying to plan ahead, and I do a pretty good job maintaining a flow as I am. So I can learn from this as well. I don't want you to feel so singled out, but I feel like Spirit is definitely telling you to save up, appreciate the materialistic resources that you have, your money, your wealth, your time, and whatever that means for you in this situation, to appreciate those things, to save those things, think about those things consistently. Don't take it for granted, and think about it consistently to have a more focused directive going forward to the next change, so that if you do have to make some major purchase in whatever way it means, whether it's investing your time into something, investing your money into something, investing some other type of resources, maybe your creativity into something, that you will be more mindful about how you're doing it instead of just kind of waifing your resources. Again, willy-nilly is the word that comes to mind. If you do that, I think the next book, the next story, the next change, you'll be able to handle better, and will feel how your soul has grown through this difficult change. Okay, next. I think this is going to be my last one here. Who's the last one for today? This is Taurus. It's like at the very end, so maybe somebody who's almost a Gemini cusp, but it wasn't on the line, so this is definitely a Taurus, but probably a Taurus later in May. Okay, so I don't know why I feel like saying that. My call-outs are very specific, but it's going to be somebody that I believe this is Capricorn. Sorry, sometimes I had Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, Pisces, Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini. Yeah, this has got to be Capricorn. So Capricorn Sun and Aries Moon and Taurus Rising. Capricorn Sun, Aries Moon, Taurus Rising. And I don't know, again, I'm still learning for astrology, but if your Taurus is like somehow oriented towards later in the month for Taurus rising, that is even more for you. Okay, let's use these guys. Ooh, it's fun getting in contact with spirit. It's been a while since my last reading, but it's always... It's a good energy. It's a good energy right now. Spirit's always a good energy, but it's just like, you know, sometimes you have to talk about difficult things, and that can be tough, but I feel really good right now. This is good. Okay, so, Capricorn Sun, Aries Rising. I'm sorry, Capricorn Sun, Aries Moon, Taurus Rising. Okay, Major Arcana out here. Strength, be strong is the first thing I already hear. Four of Cups in reverse is apathy, and I'm feeling, I'm feeling a mix. I'm feeling a directive of like, let things in, but also the extreme. So I read reverses as either the opposite or the extreme based on what I'm intuitively feeling. I feel a mix here, so I think it is kind of like you are somehow in a very tough spot. You don't want to let anybody in because they're trying to give their heart to you to help console you. And I feel the directive of like, don't be apathetic, don't close people out. And then the last card is Nine of Wands, which is kind of like a final like you are persevering after a long battle. It's not the ego card like a Six of Wands, but it's kind of like, you see all, especially in this depiction of it, everybody's wands have been like staked into the ground after many challenges and adversity beforehand, and you still remain standing with your wand. So you're not like in Six of Wands is like somebody on a horse holding their wand up in the air, and they've got a victory wreath, and like it's acknowledging their success, and kind of like ego in a not a negative way, but that a little bit of like that pompour of like, is that a word? I don't know, of how good you're doing at the moment. Whereas like Nine of Wands is more like ragged. You are still standing, but it is after a rough battle. You should be proud of yourself, but it's like almost what I'm getting from this depiction of it is like, time to take a rest. You've survived. Good job. Which feels like the rest of this. I think I get the feeling you've already gone through some really big crap, especially with strength being the first one, and within my head hearing be strong. You're feeling very, very like you want to lock yourself in your room, in a cave if you could, in a very dark, bat-infested cave if you could. You don't want to let anybody in, but hearing, don't do that. You can be in your room like this guy's just sitting by the tree. You can be in your room, but let people come in and give you a sandwich. If they're just trying to give you little tokens of like love and appreciation and letting you know they're there for you even if you don't want to talk. Let them give you those little tidbits. It's going to help you kind of get your energy back because right now you're ragged after some long thing. I don't know, I just got the feeling somebody got fired from a job. I don't know why this gave me that feeling just then. And if somebody might have gotten fired from their job and they're like, well, shit, how am I going to go forward now? And you just want to lock yourself in your room. Oh my God, I'm getting like a really sad energy. Almost like somebody lost their job and it makes them want to die, almost. And this, I felt a directive when I saw this. I was like, don't let yourself be alone. Let people give you a sandwich. I know that sounds funny, but like, let people give you little tidbits of love and energy and expect those to be coming. So you don't have to talk, you don't have to give energy. You can kind of be a little sullen and just sleep in your mind, but at least be open to when somebody is bringing you a cup of water and know that that's going to be coming to you and let it come and take it. And that's going to help you be strong. Like, I guess, that sounds so rough. I don't expect you to feel happy about that at all. I expect you to feel very broken right now. But to not just like completely surrender to becoming a skeleton in a dark, bat-infested cave. You can be in your cave, but let somebody come in with the fish that they caught and share it with you. And then they can leave you alone in the cave again. But you just gotta let people come in and give you the little tidbits is what I'm hearing. Be strong. 9 of Wands is towards the end of the Wands, from like 1 to 10. And then before you start getting to like the royal court part of it. So after 9 of Wands going through this tough battle is 10 of Wands, which is a man carrying like all 10 wands on his back and moving forward. So it's the feeling of like the next step after this. You've survived. You should feel good about that. You have survived, even though it's been a ragged battle. You're gonna need to rest for a little bit, but be strong. Eventually, after you get some energy back in you, you're gonna pull all those wands on your back. And it's heavy, so it could be begrudgingly, but it's okay. It's gonna be a little heavy, but you're gonna pick them up, move forward. And as you keep going on your journey, you might feel like a page, like you're still at like a immature, new, maybe naive step, but then you're going to keep moving forward. You're going to become a knight. You're going to have more hustle in you. You're going to become a queen. You just feel like you're in a good energy. You want to, let your passion and your like support bleed out to other people, and then you'll be a king and you'll feel like you got everything together again. And of course, it takes a while to progress, but at least you're not at the very beginning of your journey. Like, you've been through some stuff and you've worked hard through some stuff to get here, and yes, it led to some failure, but you survived that failure. And it's not fake it till you make it. I saw this the other day. It's not fake it till you make it. It's get up, work hard, fall down, fail. Get up, try again. You could be messy. You're going to fail again. But the fact is that you keep going and you're getting that strength. You're getting that balance, okay? The failure is a sign that you tried and you've been moving. Now you're going to need to take a rest to get strong again. But you're going to have to let people in. It's not a death. It's not like a stop. It is a death as in like a change, but it's not like just an utter stop. Let people give you just a little tiny sandwich and know, when you could take a deep breath finally and be like, oh, okay, I gotta move forward. I'm gonna pack all this up and I'm gonna figure out what the next step is, whatever that is, to get all this stuff forward and unload all these wands off of my back. Okay, let me give you your oracle card. I feel like doing this one. Let's do this one. I feel like drawing you to top and bottom. Just the feeling came to me, so. And I don't read oracles in reverse. Yes, look at this. The first one that came out was yes. Just say yes. Do you want a cup of water? You're gonna feel like not talking at all. Just say yes. I made you a sandwich. Do you want a sandwich? You're gonna feel like just turning your back over and going under the covers and not saying anything. You could turn your back over and go under the covers, but also muffle yes from under the pillow. Let them give you something. You have somebody coming to you here with some light, little bits of light. You don't have to take it all in at once, but it says just say yes. It's gonna help you get through this. It's gonna feel like, I get the word begrudgingly. Like, you're gonna do this begrudgingly. You're gonna be in like grumpy cat mode for a little while, and I know that may sound silly and maybe shallow compared to the situation you're going through, but a little bit of that lightness from this person helping you, and then also having the perspective of this really sucks right now, but you need to kind of not dig yourself in that cave and feel even just a tiny bit outside of it. So yes, you will feel a little bit like a grumpy cat from this horrible thing from a long while, but let those little bits of light come in. And then the next one is mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Oh. Whatever this failure is, you may feel defensive about it. Or if not defensive, you just feel like a burden or just completely incompetent or something. And you're letting that, whether you're defensive or whether you're really just breaking yourself down, the mirror aspect gives me the feeling of like, what is making you so depressed is that this failure is feeling like so personal to you. And to look in the mirror and recognize your own triggers of like, yes, I'm going through a failure. This is not nothing. Like, if you lose a job, that feels like, wow, I suck, right? Or wow, those people are fucked up, that they didn't hold on to me. I needed this job. However, it's two things. If you feel defensive, look into the mirror and just think, what can I do for myself? I can't control the other people, but I can help myself to grow from this experience. Is there anything I could improve on? Whether they were hyper-focusing on it necessarily or not. Is there something that I can change to make a good impression going forward? Or, rather than that, I'm getting the feeling of like, I need to find a place that's a better fit for me. It shouldn't just be like about completely changing yourself, but finding a place that's a better fit for you. So to look in the mirror and, think about, don't take it so personally, but just take it as like a compatibility thing. And then if you're breaking yourself down, to also not take it so personally and look at yourself and appreciate yourself in the mirror. That you can keep moving forward. It's okay. Sublimate this, it's crushing in any way, but figure out how to look at yourself in the mirror and find the positives and the positive potentials in this situation. And that's going to be hard. I guess that's why this is the last card. You don't got to do that right now. Right now, you just got to be strong and take a cup of water, take a sandwich. There are people around you that are going to try to make you giggle and laugh. You're not going to feel like it. But even if you do it a little internally, you have like a little inside chuckle and you're like, but I don't want to show it on my face. Let a little bit of that light in and just look at yourself and see, how am I going to move forward in a positive way? Whether that's I need to have better self-confidence, or whether that's I need to see how to make myself stronger to do better next time, or whether that's I need to find a better environment for my strengths. Look at yourself in the mirror, take a deep breath, and figure out how to pick up things to keep going once you're ready and you let the light in a little bit. Okay, that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching my video. Anybody who did, I hope that it is very helpful and that you have love and light and peace. And all of us go through journeys where we are not feeling love, light, and peace, but we know that love, light, and peace always exists. And when it's not in our exterior, in our environment, we have to tap into that feeling that it does exist, and I can help bring more of it here. Even though I'm suffering right now, I can find a peace in myself. I can give light. I can love others and myself. And things around us are still going to suck because we live on this planet that has suffering, but it's for a purpose. We are going to grow, and we can help other people grow. And we will have our times of crying and wanting to just go into the shadows, etc., etc. Love yourself, love others, take a deep breath, move forward, and find community. That's important too. We're not going through this alone. Alright, I hope everybody has a great day. This was Fireflower Tarot. Bye-bye.